For over 35 years, Miller and Sons stood as the undisputed titan of the contracting world within their county. If a homeowner faced the nightmare of a leaking roof, a burst pipe, or the desire for a total home transformation, there was only one name that echoed through the community: Miller and Sons. Bob Miller, the visionary founder, built his empire on a foundation that felt unbreakable: the sweat of hard work, the integrity of honest pricing, and the sanctity of a simple handshake. For decades, this analog approach functioned flawlessly, allowing them to scale from a single truck to 5 fully equipped crews, a sprawling warehouse facility, and millions in annual revenue. They seemed by all accounts completely untouchable, a permanent fixture of the local economy. Yet by the year 2024, that entire legacy had dissolved into thin air, leaving behind nothing but bankruptcy filings and a shuttered warehouse. How is it possible for a multi-million-dollar enterprise with a reputation forged over half a century to simply vanish in less than 3 years? The answer is not found in a lack of technical skill, nor can it be blamed on a volatile economy or a sudden drop in demand for their services. Instead, their demise was caused by the silent, invisible killer of local businesses, a stubborn, fatal refusal to update their operations for the modern era. Let us dissect their first catastrophic error, which we can call the paper trap. When Bob's son Tommy inherited the reins of the business in 2018, he brought with him a wealth of field experience but a dangerous attachment to the past. In the office, Tommy insisted on maintaining the exact processes his father had utilized in the 80s. Estimates were scribbled hastily on physical clipboards, invoices were painstakingly handwritten and sent through the slow, unreliable postal system, and critical receipts were tossed haphazardly into dusty cardboard boxes. While this manual system was sufficient when competition was sparse, it became a liability as the business grew in complexity. Invoices were frequently lost in the shuffle of paperwork, and while jobs were completed with high quality, the billing process lagged by weeks, or in many cases, was forgotten entirely. Tommy had no clear visibility into his actual business overhead. He made pricing decisions based on a vague gut feeling, blissfully unaware that the rising costs of fuel, the inflation of raw materials, and the climbing rates of insurance premiums were silently consuming every single cent of his profit margin. They were working harder than they ever had in the history of the company, yet they were perpetually starved for cash, essentially running on a treadmill that was moving faster than their ability to keep up. Their second fatal mistake was what industry experts refer to as the cost of silence. The digital age fundamentally transformed consumer behavior, shifting expectations toward instant gratification and seamless communication. When a modern homeowner experiences a plumbing emergency or an air conditioning failure, they do not have the patience for a long waiting game. They expect an immediate response, a clear quote, and a scheduled time for repair. However, the Millers were consistently occupied on active job sites, leaving the office phone to ring into a void of voicemail messages. Tommy would attempt to return these calls late in the evening, often exhausted and hours after the potential client had already moved on. Data consistently shows that 80% of consumers will instinctively hire the first company that answers their inquiry and provides a clear path forward. By failing to implement an automated system to handle incoming calls, schedule appointments, or respond to quotes in real time, Miller and Sons was unintentionally, yet effectively, handing millions of dollars in lucrative leads directly to their more agile competitors. They were paying the price of silence with every missed call, gradually starving their own pipeline until it eventually ran dry. The final blow to their crumbling infrastructure was the issue of payment friction. Upon the successful completion of a job, Tommy would present the client with a paper invoice and expect payment via cash or a personal check. In the current landscape, the vast majority of consumers do not carry checkbooks, nor do they want the inconvenience of managing physical currency. They demand the convenience of paying via credit card or digital transfer, expecting the transaction to be as smooth as buying an item online. Because Tommy harbored a deep-seated resistance to credit card processing fees, he refused to modernize his payment terminals, which caused massive, unnecessary delays in cash flow. Clients would often take 30, 60, or even 90 days to mail a check, creating a liquidity crisis that paralyzed the company's ability to pay its own suppliers. When Tommy finally relented and accepted credit cards through a clunky, outdated manual terminal, the 3 to 4% processing fees ate deep into his already razor-thin margins. He was effectively losing hard-earned money simply for the privilege of getting paid, a cycle that turned every successful project into a financial burden rather than a victory. While Miller and Sons was suffocating under the weight of their own administrative chaos, a young, ambitious competitor named Alex entered the market nearby. Alex did not possess the luxury of a 30-year reputation, nor did he have the capital to maintain 5 crews. He possessed only himself, one dedicated helper, and a robust digital system that acted as his force multiplier. Alex utilized automated tools to handle the entirety of his daily operations, ensuring that no lead went ignored. When a potential client called and Alex was occupied, a virtual assistant immediately picked up the line, answered the client's specific questions, and booked the appointment directly into his digital calendar. When Alex completed a job, he did not rely on paper. He sent a professional, secure digital invoice via text message. The client could click a link, pay instantly with a credit card, and Alex's system automatically passed the transaction fee directly to the customer, ensuring his profit margins remained 100% intact. Within a span of only 2 years, Alex's small, efficient business grew by 300%, while Miller & Sons slowly bled to death. The market did not abandon Miller & Sons because their work quality had declined. It left them behind because they made the act of doing business with them an exhausting, archaic chore. This tragic narrative is not an isolated incident. It plays out every single day across the contracting, construction, plumbing, and home service industries. Countless talented handymen, professional landscapers, cleaning specialists, and master electricians are currently facing the threat of extinction simply because they are buried in an avalanche of administrative disorder. But you do not have to succumb to the same fate as the Millers. You do not need to hire an expensive team of office managers, and you certainly do not need a degree in computer science to modernize your workflow and reclaim your professional life. You simply need the correct tool to bridge the gap between your skill and your success. That is exactly why we engineered Invoice One Pro, the ultimate all-in-one digital command center designed specifically for the modern service professional. It is crafted to replace the shoeboxes of crumpled receipts, the forgotten sticky notes, and the slow, error-prone paper invoices with a sleek, lightning-fast platform that performs the heavy lifting for you. With Invoice One Pro, you are equipped with an automated overhead calculator that provides a precise, data-driven answer to what you should charge based on your actual operating costs, ensuring you never lose money on a job again. You can integrate Stripe and PayPal seamlessly into your workflow, allowing your clients to pay via debit or credit card the moment the work is done. Most importantly, you retain full control over your finances by choosing exactly what percentage of processing fees you want to pass on to the customer, potentially saving you thousands of dollars in hidden costs every year. Lost calls will become a relic of the past thanks to our virtual call assistant, which answers your phone and schedules jobs for you while you are busy on the job site. You can generate custom service QR codes for your trucks or business cards, allowing clients to scan and book your services instantly from their smartphones. Furthermore, you can manage your crew's hours with ease using our integrated time clock system, which features voice cues for clocking in and out to ensure total accuracy. The platform even includes a membership portal, enabling you to secure predictable, recurring monthly or annual revenue from your loyal clients, stabilizing your income regardless of the season. The fundamental difference between businesses that thrive and those that fade into obscurity is the willingness to update and evolve. Do not allow your talent, your hard work, and your reputation to become just another cautionary tale. Take control of your business, reclaim your valuable time, and ensure you get paid faster than ever before. Visit invoiceonepro.net today to begin your transformation toward a highly profitable, efficient, and modern business model. The future of your legacy starts with one simple click.